I don't know what is the fascination with avocados in this movie.
The guacamole films, they constantly talk about the avocado haven, or what is it called?
Shortage and stuff,
Yeah.
but the avocado, like a line of like just the jungle line and just the center of like, this is like the no return zone. Yeah.
The avocado jungle,
Yeah.
the avocado forest. It never ends with avocados in this movie. And just so happens, I love avocados.
Yeah.
We are being led down into the forest by the avocado dog.
Drive-by movies here. You're watching Direct to Dumpster. My name is Blaise.
And I am James.
Here on Direct to Dumpster, we take a movie that has been completely forgotten about in the bowels of cinema history, and we found it in the dumpster. Now we review it for you, let you know if you should pull it out of the dumpster, check it out, or just leave it there and let it to rot in hell. Anyways, guys, we are talking about
Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. Wow, that is a mouthful here. The movie. This is a full moon production, and we haven't actually done any full moon movies. We've done a couple Troma movies. We've done a couple New World Picture movies, Roger Corman's company, but we haven't done Charles Band's grand opus, Full Moon Studios.
Which is a studio I'm not too familiar with, so enlighten our amazing viewers what this studio is known for.
So, I mean, if you know anything about Full Moon, or maybe you don't, Full Moon is Charles Band's company. He makes a lot of somewhat horror movies. Like one of the major hits that they had was Puppet Master, and that series had been ongoing for a long time. I think it's been going since at least the 80s, if not.
It's still going too, yeah.
Yeah, like it's still going, and I mean, they just rebooted it with Little Strike, although I don't think that was Full Moon. Full Moon's just constantly been making these like low-budget horror films, like Ghoulies is a Full Moon movie, and they make like sex comedies, and this, I think, would fall under that sex comedy thing, but, you know, Cannibal Woman in the Avocado Jungle of Death isn't quite... It's very... PG. I think we were talking about it during it. There's not really much nudity. Maybe the version we watched, which was on Amazon Prime, the nudity was edited out. But this was actually, like, I was totally shocked by this movie. I thought this was honestly going to be one of the worst movies we'd ever seen in direct-to-dumpster history.
Yeah. But it's very self-aware.
Yeah. This is like a spoof movie. It's really, really well done.
It reminded me a lot of Airplane, I thought, and just the style of humor and just like people thinking that they're like their lives are like rougher than it actually is and stuff, especially with Bill Maher's character.
Not so fast, Dr. Margot Hunt, Ms. Ethno-Historian. There are still some real men left in this world. Men who haven't been castrated by the years of feminist propaganda that corrupted the public school system and infected primetime television. Men who believe that nature designed women to cook, nurture children, and pose for Penthouse magazine. Real men who see our role in this world is to love, protect, and yes, I'm not afraid to say it, dominate women.
Fun fact, Bill Maher's in this movie. Yeah, we did not see that coming in just in the opening credits. We're just like, what?
And this movie is from 1989. It definitely has like a late 80s, early 90s vibe already. And it is directed by J.D. Athens, who you had mentioned. I think you looked him up when his name came up on the credits. You're like, he hasn't done anything or ever. He doesn't have an IMDb. Looked it up through the movie, and his name is now J.F. Lawton. I think he ditched the J.D. Athens persona, or maybe he changed his name outright after this film, which this film wasn't bad enough to, try and Alan Smithy yourself.
Right, yeah.
Like, I felt like there was no reason for that.
I just see this movie being just a good old fun time, actually. Like, if it wasn't, maybe there were some hot tensions on the set, but
maybe afterward, I didn't look into the trivia about like afterwards the reception of the movie, but J.F. Lawton did have a pretty successful career after this film. He did write the film Under Siege. That's a Steven Seagal movie. Yeah, it's pretty big. I think a lot of people reference that as Steven Seagal's best movie. Also, literally, I think the year or two after this film, he did write Pretty Woman. So that's a pretty big film. Right, everyone pretty much loves that movie. So I think he, has his place in cinema history. I don't think he needed to change his name, or maybe
Right.
he already knew coming out, okay, this is a Charles Band movie, this is a full moon movie.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't use my real name.
You hurt me. Yes. Don't do it again.
But I think I disagree with it though. This movie I thought was great, and like right away I'm just gonna flat out say it. Take it out of the dumpster. I was cracking up this entire movie, and just I don't know what is the fascination with avocados in this movie.
Guacamole Films. That was the name of the film company. It was literally Guacamole Films. And like when I queued it up, you're like came in the room, you're like, what is with avocados?
Yeah.
Like, because it's the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Yeah.
The Guacamole Films. They constantly talk about the avocado haven, or what is it called?
Shortage and stuff,
Yeah.
but the avocado like a line of like just the jungle line and just the center of like this is like the no return zone. Yeah.
The avocado jungle,
Yeah.
the avocado forest. It never ends with avocados in this movie. And just so happens, I love avocados.
Yeah.
We are being led down into the forest by the avocado dog. Your dog is eating an avocado.
Yeah, that dog eats avocados. All our dogs eat avocados. If you're an avocado farmer, your dog likes them too.
I've never seen a dog eat avocados
How
before.
clean that shell is. That shell's, you don't get much cleaner than that. You don't get
Look.
that clean in your kitchen.
Look at this.
Just when it comes to this movie, I didn't know what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting like just this sex comedy. Maybe it's gonna be a B.
Yeah.
I even like mentioned it when I got here. I'm like, dude, I think this might be like a porno that we're watching. Like I'm kind of worried going into it. I know it's full moon, but you never know what line you're gonna cross there.
And going back into like the PG rating, you're saying like, yeah, we brought that up because like there is no nudity in the movie. There is like a blurred scene at the beginning where like obviously the girl is like topless, but like it's blurred out, and there's also bushes like
That
covering
could have
her.
been the version that we were
Yeah.
watching.
But other than that, there's no bad language in the movie. There's no F bombs or anything whatsoever in this movie. And then other than that, like I mean, of course, there's tons of innuendos throughout the film. But yeah, I mean, of course, it'd probably get a PG-13 in this setting. But it's a very tame movie that like kids would be bored, but it's like actually a funny time, and it's not like a rated R sex comedy that we're expecting or something. Well, actually, I legitimately expected just a really bad, cheesy horror film like Microwave Massacre or something with tons of nudity, and it wasn't that at all.
So this film is starring Shannon Tweed, Bill Maher, and Adrienne Barbeau, which I thought was a pretty interesting cast. Maybe at the time, Bill Maher wasn't that big. Obviously, he's not a celebrity.
He was
but
probably getting his comedian start and everything.
yeah, he's probably a stand-up comic at that time, but he has come on to be like a bigger character. He has his HBO show every week, and he is a pretty big stand-up comic. Has made documentary films, but he's really, really funny in this movie. Maybe it's the character, maybe it's the writing, or it could possibly be the combination of all that and his delivery.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm gonna teach you all how to be men. And just how to do it. Beer! There! See what it is to be a man! Take it!
And I really think that was part of the case. Like, I mean, a lot of comedic actors could have done this role, but like I thought his delivery was great with this movie. Like the dumb tone of him, like just like where he always thinks like he's always right and stuff, but like just like he comes off as stupid and silly throughout the entire movie. And like I thought he played it very well. Yeah.
And I love that spoof aspect of this film. Like it's not really a parody movie. It's more of a spoof or a satire.
Yeah.
Where it's a satire on the idea of like this feminist like culture and the men that are so scared of feminism when feminism is just, it's not that crazy,
Right,
but
yeah.
they think like feminism is just, gonna take over all men, and they're gonna
Brainwashing us, yeah.
brainwash the populace and kill all the men.
Yeah.
And also just that it's spoofing like these movies like Indiana Jones, or where
Yeah.
it's like this man that just kind of saves everybody. Like
Right.
I love that kind of I feel like this is a movie that no one's really watched, that I feel like if they're like a feminist would actually really enjoy this movie.
I think so too. I think that bar scene kind of like takes the cake with just like her and Bunny. They like arrive like on the Jeep.
San Bernardino, a rough speck of civilization on the edge of the Avocado Belt.
And like they're overlooking, you think they're like, we're going to the deepest, darkest jungle like you'll ever experience, San Bernardino. And they go to a bar and they're just looking for a guide to lead them through the jungle. And they get like 3 like crazy macho men. Like one's literally a ninja, one's like a Vietnam vet, and then the other guy's just like a muscle
professional wrestler.
Yeah, professional wrestler. And then they're all just too scared to go in the avocado jungle. Like, nah, fuck that. So going back to the plot, the movie's shot in Riverside, and so it's this teacher and her student Bunny. Like they're in a gender studies class, I believe, and out of nowhere, just like a military guy says like this is a huge like crisis on the United States. Like there's an avocado shortage. Like we sent Russian military to go in and infiltrate the Amazon cannibals out there, and like we need your help. We need you to go through there and to like make peace with them so that we can get more avocados. And so they go down there and just like that's how they come across Bill Maher. They get him as their guide, and just it leads into like some weird government conspiracies that there is no avocado shortage. They're just trying to get rid of the feminist agenda and stuff. It's so fucking hilarious. And
definitely.
Yeah.
And this is a spoof of Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. And more notably, I mean, Heart of Darkness, it's a literary classic, but what did that spawn? Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
So this is, like this spoof of Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Adrienne Barbeau's character is this professor that was, previously in Shannon Tweed's position.
Yeah.
And she goes down there to do the exact same mission that Shannon Tweed and Bill Maher and Bunny went on. But she, she gets caught up in like, oh, there was no shortage of avocados in the avocado belt. But, it's like a government conspiracy. And now she wants to like control these piranha women, which is what these avocado women are called.
Yeah.
The piranha women that protect the avocado forest. The plot sounds really stupid. Honestly, I sound like an idiot reciting it. But it's just, this movie is actually a lot of fun. And I don't think us even talking about it will ever do this film the justice that it has.
Yeah.
I think if Bill Maher really looks back at his like full career, I mean, I like Religulous.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. I like it, but it's no movie compared to this film.
Yeah.
Which I will not recite the name because it's already dropped my mind of how insane the movie is. The Cannibal Woman in the Avocado Jungle of Death. That's such an insane movie title. I laughed picking this film out for this week. And I mean, like you said in the beginning, dig it out of the dumpster, pick this movie up, go check it out. It is available on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So hopefully you do that, and hopefully you come in next week with another episode of Direct to Dumpster. Be sure to subscribe to Drive By Movies. Also, have you hit that bell notification over there? Well, that bell notification notifies you. So hit that. Subscribe, and we'll see you next Thursday with another episode of Direct to Dumpster.